And I'm so delighted right now to have with me Senior CES Spokesperson. We have Jeanne Abella. Jeanne, how are you?
I'm doing well, thank you. This is actually my second CES only.
Wow. So is this your second in person or second you did virtual last year or
This
your
is my
second in
second
person?
in person. So I was at CES 2022, and I'm so excited to be back.
Yeah, me too. Me too. And I've been covering CES for many years as a entrepreneur first and member of the media for the last decade or so. And it is like the highlight of my coverage, being
Oh,
able to do it. Now things are complete. And it's so awesome just to see, tech minds come together and see my friends over at CTA like yourself and others and just have that camaraderie. And when we look at some of the things that have come out of CES 2022 so far, what are some of the highlights that really impressed you or the public should know about?
hmm So at Media Days, Bosch, and they've been with CTA and presenting at CES for a long time now. They actually just announced the Sylvanet wildfire sensor, and that's something that I was very excited to hear about. It's like it uses AI to kind of sense when there's gas in the microclimate rather than the traditional video surveillance. And I thought that that's very personal to me because I'm a huge hiker, a huge backpacker, and actually this past summer, um, I was out in the mountains in Utah, and there was a moment where it was getting a little scary with the smoke. So it's very exciting that not only does this product kind of positively impact my personal life, but there's exhibitors out there that are working their hardest to make life better for everyone out there.
I love that, and especially me living in California,
Yeah,
wildfires,
they're huge there.
and then especially where I live in the high desert, we have a corridor called the Cajon Pass,
hmm
and when wildfires hit that, it's like it shuts down just ones who live in the high desert down to LA, and it's just a really
hmm
inconvenience. And to have technology like that, that's really awesome. Like our good friend Steve Koenig always says,
hmm
"Tech for good," right?
Tech for good, exactly.
It
And that timeliness is so important.
sure is, sure is. What's some other things that have broke here at CES that I want you to be aware of?
So I'm actually very interested in smart home this year. Everyone's been home a lot, but one of the things I'm super interested in is the TVA or VTA, sorry, the VTA smart homes smart pet feeder, and it has a camera. It's got two-way audio. I am back in the office now, which is very exciting. But my poor cat, she gets very anxious without someone home with her because we've been home for so long. And so it's very nice for me to be able to, one, schedule her feeding times, but also kind of keep an eye on her with the video and maybe hear if she's in a mood or if she's kind of anxious. So um, when I come home, I know whether I need to give her a little extra love.
You have to tell her to get off the counter too, right? You have to tell her that sometimes.
Yeah, yes.
And what I like about it too, we get a glimpse of what our pets do when we're not around, right?
hmm
We have some suspicions what they do, but now we're able to do that, and
Yes.
that's really awesome because just to see where we're at in the stream of time with technology, to have technology like that. I mean, all the animal lovers out there are really going to get down with that and really love that. And what else? Any other things out there?
I'd have to think. Um, yes, keeping in the theme of smart home because I'm just very interested in anything that's going to make my home life a little more exciting. Moen just introduced a smart faucet that's not just touchless when you put your hand under for the water, but it's also got touchless temperature control. And I really appreciate that because I've been trying to cook more. Um, Maybe wasn't cooking so much before, but I'm trying my best to do it now, especially because, restaurants are kind of here and there. But something that I find really irritating, maybe not so much irritating, but really frustrating, is that when I'm cutting meat with my hands, I don't like to touch the faucet because I need to touch
Mhm.
it to wash my hands first. So there are so many things in that industry that I think people don't even realize how much easier their lives can be, even with things that we might not even think about.
That is so true. I'm glad you shared that because we're so programmed when we're cooking. We touch the faucet, touch everything, and that can be some contamination there. And it can cause someone to be
Yeah.
sick. And to have tech like that, that's really awesome. And it kind of reminds me of many years ago when we talked about the IoT, the Internet of Things, and now
hmm
we're starting to see the intelligence of things. Another Koenigism. Yeah, we're giving Koenig a huge shout out here today. And just to see that in action here at CES is it's really awesome. One of the things too I wanted to give props to you guys too is on keeping us safe here in this in-person event. Some of the
Mhm.
guardrails that the organization has put up to keep us safe, we are so happy that we're attending because you guys wanted to make sure that not only the media that we were safe, but also exhibitors and things like that. What's been the feedback from ones who've been attending and looking at some of the great things that you guys put in place?
Thank you. So safety is one of our top priorities. So thank you so much for the acknowledgement. But I think a lot of people are really enjoying the being able to access the event digitally. Especially during media days, there were some people who did some of the events in the rooms, and some people who did some of the events in the streaming spaces or just streaming from home. And I think that a lot of people at least like the option because um, it's all about what's right for you, and we want everyone to feel comfortable in that sense, and the digital event is just one of those things that I think we're going to start evolving toward for a lot of events, and it's nice that we're able to kind of provide that experience for people.
Definitely, that hybrid approach is something I think is really here to stay. You know, sometimes people are not able to make it, maybe because family
Mhm.
obligations or maybe an illness or maybe a surgery.
Yeah,
I
it
know
bleeds into so many other things.
it sure does. And one of my team members who loves this event, who's always running around like a jackrabbit from this hall to the next, she just had knee replacement surgery.
Mhm.
And she thought she was going to be okay to come, but her rehabilitation was going kind of slow. But she's able to monitor everything online,
Mhm.
sending us information about things that she's watching and she's being abreast of. And that's really a cool dynamic that the organization has put in for us. And when we look at some of the news that has come out of CES, some of the different innovation, I know space tech is really just
Mhm.
one of the ones that's kind of really piquing my interest because I'm a sci-fi head, I'm a Trekkie, I'm a Star Wars guy, anything science fiction, I am for.
Mhm.
How how do you feel about space tech? Is that blowing your mind like mine?
I think Space Tech is really cool. Sierra Space has their space plane out in Central Plaza. If you've had a chance to check it out, if not, I'm definitely going to go check it out soon. But um, they bring supplies out to the International Space Station, and keeping on the theme of climate, I think the way that they monitor the climate from space is something that I think is worth advancing. And there are a lot of other applications for it, but that's the one that particularly excites me.
I totally agree. I'm with you on that because I love space. I love everything about technology and just to be here in person, CES 2020, it's really awesome. And Gene, before I let you go, anything else out there you like to let the viewers, the listeners, let the tech world know,
Hmm.
let the tech enthusiasts know out there.
Hmm.
The floor is yours.
Um, you have probably been there countless times, but everyone should always check out Eureka Park. The energy in there is unmatched. There's exhibitors from 160 countries represented, and they're so excited to show off what they've been working so hard on all year.
I love it. I love it. And Gene, I am so happy that you and I had a chance to have this chat together and talk about the great things going on here at CES 2022. And I'm looking forward to talking with you mini CESs down the line as well. So take care, stay safe, and I'll let you get back to enjoying the show.
Thank you so much. It was great talking to you.
Cool.